Welcome back, everyone. We're outside today. It's a little chilly out. We were sitting in the high 20s with a bunch of wind, and we had some hard frosts last night. We've got our compost heater. I am so thankful for this compost heater. I'm glad I did not break it down yet when we had our warm weather here. We started removing all of our hay bales here for insulation, slowly breaking our hay bales down on all of our fence lines here and covering them with fresh compost in order to create new walls of life. Head into the greenhouse. Oh my gosh, it is warm in here. We are sitting about 60 some degrees, which 60 in here is absolutely amazing. We had a hard frost last night. It was about 28 degrees, freezing rain, just wind. It was nasty cold. Not one plant in here has died on us. Everything has been protected. Very cool that we are able to keep all of these alive because we have quite a bit of money invested in all of our plants that we had ordered to start our new food forest, not to mention all the time and effort I have put in to propagating all of the other plants we have in here for our food forest also. So we have high stakes. We do not want to lose these plants, so we packed them all in here and we achieved the results we desired. None of these plants died. Everything stayed nice and toasty in here overnight. And that brings me to our compost heater. Everything in the middle of our floor where our walkway used to be is heated by our compost and water traveling through it. So we are able to achieve about 40-50 degrees in here overnight on our floor without any extra help. So being able to passively heat this with some sunlight yesterday helped us out a little bit more, able to hold some more heat overnight so we didn't lose any of our plants in here. So with not a whole lot to do with all the rain we've had and the cold weather, we got a little break in the sun. You can hear that bubbler kicking on over there. We have not had a whole lot to do other than basically protect all our plants. Before we got all our rain, we had set out all of our hay bales. Like I said, I want to walk around the yard and kind of check that out. So walking up onto the chicken run here, we are able to start all of these plants. We've got tons and tons of life. Some of them are coming up, some of them are still in the ground here. We've got our apple tree cuttings, a couple apple trees and a couple pears down the line here. We've got some chamomile that came up for us and stuck some grapes in here. We have some sun chokes stuck through between all of our cuttings on our plants to create that nice rhizome barrier, and we had planted some comfrey seeds on the outermost layer mixed in with some amaranth. We've got tons and tons of seeds down this entire 20-foot stretch of bed that we had just created. And all of this was just straw and looked like this right here. All of this old straw we've been using just to mat down the grass. We already performed that same process over here. We've got like a 40-foot stretch. We have all of last season's sunflower stalks underneath all of this also as a hugelkultur style bed. So I had jumped back over to the chicken run here because this is the ultimate goal right here. This large mound of matter that is super nutritious for whatever we throw into it. We even have a cherry tree down on the end, and all of these have been stuck in for a couple weeks here and threw off leaves almost immediately on us because it was so warm. Just had a chill down period, so we are experiencing freezing temperatures overnight consistently. So we are not expecting much from these cuttings, but if they root on us, we are in good shape. So I just wanted to share the process of transforming this chicken run and our fence line and all of our fence lines, crazy kid, into a permaculture paradise here. Basically every fence line we have, we are just packing down and planting with a permaculture mindset. We are getting nice vining, we are getting trees, we are getting shrubs, we are getting ground cover, and everything has a use for us and our chickens. So I guess I'll give a little update on our solar panel. Follow the cords over to our little box here we have running right now, and we have our little sump pump down in that hole there. The water's quite dirty right now, but you can see all of our creek flowing. I'm gonna run up top there real quick. brings me over to our little pond here. This is our little habitat eco pond. It completely helps us out with all those pollinators and brings in tons of toads and frogs, lots of birds, lots of wildlife. And we started to plant this out, but we had a nice hard frost and you can see a lot of it died back. But just for a little chicken run and using only free materials, we are doing pretty well. We bought 2 bags of rock and that is about it. We had a bunch of extra pond liner. This entire creek flows right down here, seems to be working just like we designed it to. Flows back down to the basin. We have all of our hose, which we have tons of extra hose coming up through here. We're gonna build ourselves a nice little waterfall. We've got decent water flow off of just a solar system. We've got some decent sun today, but on a cloudy day, it will run as long as the sun is out behind the clouds, which really amazed me. But that's where a large solar panel comes into play. It catches all that extra light and energy and redirects it to our system. So I thought this was very cool. We got this all set up. It is not completely done yet. We have to build our little waterfall, like I said, but this is our little eco pond, and then the chickens have their own creek and run. So the chickens are able to access good, clean, flowing water spring and summer here, and I might not have to fill our chickens water as often as we usually do. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. It was a little bit longer than usual. My kids are being loud in the back and it's a nice cold windy day, but we've got a lot of things going on. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep up with everything we've got going on. We will be bringing back quite a few updates on our chicken run and transforming it into a permaculture paradise for our chickens.